Sha'Carri Richardson is just bathing in the afterglow of the 100 final in the World Championship victory. She was shocked after it happened. She was stunned. Well, now she's had a couple of days to let it all soak in and to get ready and to refocus and reset for this, for the 200. She looked good in the qualifiers. Now it's finals time again. Addo, what's your take?
Well, she's certainly in a lane that she will always treasure, and that's lane 9. But what she needs here is very similar to the script that she needed for the 100. Have a better start and turn than she did in the semifinals, and then she's got to set a personal best just to contend with this field, because behind her, she has the fastest woman this year in Gabby Thomas, and 2 behind her, she has Julian Alfred, who is also dangerous. She's the NCAA champion, and she has a faster personal best. And that's before we talk about the fastest woman alive at 200, Shericka Jackson, who will be behind them all in lane 6.
Hey, Son, how about this as we look at Gabby Thomas of the United States? The U.S. women have not won a world championship at 200 meters since the great Allyson Felix in 2009.
That blows my mind to think of that stat.
It surprised me too.
That blows my mind. And Otto, you have kind of convinced me that Gabby Thomas could be a co-favorite in this event. She has the perfect lane draw out in lane 8. She can chase Sha'Carri, the weakest part of her race. She's going to be able to chase the world champion and then get on the straightaway quicker than anybody else and go to her strength, the final 100 meters. So could tonight be the night that the Team USA is restored as champion? We'll see.
I just feel like Gabby Thomas has not been challenged so far in a big race. She blew away U.S. Nationals, but this woman on your screen is the favorite for a reason. 21-4, disappointed in the 100. She has everything to run for here. And only Gabby Thomas has run faster this year at 200 meters.
And make no mistake about it.
And she's in 6.
Yeah.
She can see everybody in front of her.
29-year-old Jamaican wants a little bit of revenge on that woman right there, Sha'Carri Richardson, because Shericka Jackson thought for a second she had won the World 100-meter title. It didn't happen. She was shocked by Richardson. Here's Gabby Thomas. As Sonia told us, she's got fresh legs. No 100 for her.
Here's the NCAA champion, Alfred. Does she have one more big race in her?
Daryl Nieder of Great Britain.
After making the Olympic 100 final, now she's made a world final.
This is Dina Asher-Smith, her teammate, who reigned supreme in 2019, but has had injury issues since. She was only 8th in the 100, so what can she do here? And also rounding out the field there, that's Mary-José Talu. I mean, a picture of consistency, guys. She's been one of the best female sprinters in the world for over a decade. Unfortunately, was in that 4th spot again in the 100 meters, and a tough lane draw for her there in lane 2.
One thing is for sure, I feel like the medals are going to come from the outside lanes.
We keep saying it. We haven't had a bad final yet in the field event or on the track, and this is guaranteed to be another buzzworthy performance.
The 2 American women are side by side in lanes 8 and 9. Gabby Thomas in 8, and right here, Sha'Carri Richardson, the 100-meter world champion in 9.
Set.
Women's 200 final away.
Shericka Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson on the outside has already been passed. Here comes the world champion, Jackson.
Shericka Jackson into the home straight. She has put her stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica, the first since Marlene Honey, and she crosses in 21:41. Wow, that is a meet record.
She is getting closer to FloJo's world record. She is now just 0.07 of a second away as Gabby Thomas gets the silver and Sha'Carri hands on for her 2nd medal at these Worlds.
That wasn't even close, Otto, and I could tell the way that she ran the 100, she was in the middle of the track, all of her chief competition in front of her, she executed to perfection. We just witnessed the 2nd fastest time ever run, and it was at a World Championship final. Oh my goodness, just phenomenal running for these women.
Look at Gabby Thomas, her mouth is wide open, she can't believe it. It's Jamaica, the United States, and 0.4 of a second in sprinting is a mile.
That is as big
Of a margin.
a margin of victory as you will see in a sprint event in history at these World Championships. We'll crunch the numbers, but wow, for a race that we thought, well, maybe somebody gets close, no contest, Jackson by a mile.
And that's the last time you convinced me to change my favorite. Shericka Jackson looked amazing, but Otto, you also called it. Sha'Carri Richardson would need to run a personal best, and she did, and she got a bronze medal. So she's leaving here with a gold and a bronze. This is a phenomenal first World Championship for the young superstar.
So here's another look. Shericka Jackson, fourth from the left, was playing no games tonight. I think she would have been frustrated by her inability to win the 100. And man, she came off of that turn, and it was goodbye rest of the world. Gabby Thomas tried to charge late, but that's a lot of space in between the Jamaican world champion from last year and the rest of the world. So she repeats and defends her title from Eugene. And the other women who run the 200 in the world know now, if you are not ready to run 21.4, you have no chance to beat an in-shape Shericka Jackson.
And think about this, Otto. Shericka Jackson started out her career as a 400-meter runner. No one saw this coming. No one saw that she would step down, much like Fred Curley did, and run the 1-2 and be so dominant. And I really think that is what has paid off for her in this 200-meter discipline. She is by far the strongest in the field. She has the experience of the 400 meters, and she uses it to her advantage. I definitely feel like she was disappointed from that 100 because she came out here on a mission.
Yeah. This is the largest margin of victory that we have seen in this event since Allison Felix in 2007 Worlds at Osaka won by .53. This does not happen often. Ingram Miller also had a big win by .45 in Seville, but wow.
The complexion of this race was determined, Son, at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Well, I would venture to say it was determined by about the first 10 steps. Once Shericka Jackson came out of her dry phase, it was a race for second. Race was over before 100 to go. That's an amazing performance. And again, she is now within a tenth of FloJo's 21:34 world record.
From 1988.
And she had no help from the wind.
Yeah.
So now Shericka can chase, maybe going to an altitude event, maybe a place where we know we get some good tailwinds.
Yeah.
And the world record chase will be on. That was phenomenal.
That was a wow factor.
The other thing that I noticed and I want to mention is the camaraderie that we've been seeing between the women. Even when we had that glimpse in the warm-up area where they were dancing and laughing and having a good time, Sha'Carri ran over and gave Shericka the biggest hug, and I just really love to see that. You know, sometimes there's the rivalry between Jamaica and the U.S. There can feel like there's so much tension there, but at these championships, starting with Shelly Ann Fraser-Price and Shericka and Sha'Carri in the 100, you could just feel that there's so much respect, and I just really love to see that.
And that goes back to the other night after the 100 too, because Shericka was one of the first to go over. As close as they were, Jackson was one of the first to go over and congratulate Sha'Carri Richardson. So it's nice when you get a meet level, whether that be local, state, national, but to get a meet record at the World Championships is something else. And there's the American women, Sha'Carri Richardson, Gabby Thomas. Gabby with the silver, Sha'Carri with the bronze. I don't think these World Championships could have gone any better for Sha'Carri.
Well, Gabby, you came into this final with fresh legs. You were not in the 100, so how did that work to your advantage? And then tell us about just the way you stormed to the finish here, especially over the last 50 meters.
I mean, fresh legs, you never know. The 100s may have helped, they may have not helped, but I knew that I was going to have to come in hot, and so that's what I did. I did some time trials before that to get my legs moving and get the feel of it. But that was a fast race. So I was shocked looking at the screen afterwards, but, you know, I ran my race and I stayed composed, so I'm happy with silver for now.
We were watching you struggling with some injuries back in 22, but how did you and Tanja Buford-Bailey, who's a bronze medalist on the Olympic stage, really lock it up together to get yourself ready to be out here and come out here and contest the way you did?
I mean, Tanja said this year she's getting me to the line. She's giving me an opportunity to run, and that's what she did. We were a little more conservative in training, but we did what we had to do, and I felt good coming into this, and that's all we could ask for.
I have seen your face on billboards and buildings around Budapest. What would it mean to have the same in Paris, knowing you're going to be there if you make the team, to go out there and try and contest for something special?
I mean, that would be amazing. I felt all the support in Hungary. I felt it from my sponsors. I felt it from my family, my loved ones, even my competitors. So it was an amazing feeling, and I'd love to have that in Paris.
Gabby, congratulations on that silver. Can we see it?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Well, Sha'Carri, you are now a double world championship medalist. Gold in the 100, and here you are with this medal now in the 200. What do you think about what you've accomplished here?
Oh my gosh, I'm just grateful. If no other word could describe how I feel, it'd be grateful. Being here, just here on the team, to be a gold medalist, to be a bronze medalist in the 200, just from having the training I've had this year, the transition I've had from just a year span, I'm so grateful to be on the podium and not just one event, but both events.
And hey, it was lane 9 again. What did you think about that, and did it work to your advantage? What do you think?
Lane 9, that must be part of my lucky number now. Well, no, in all seriousness, I was just grateful. It just continues to show me having that lane just to focus on myself. It may be a lot, and just like I say in life, or in my journey, it may be a lot of outside going on, but as long as I'm focusing on myself and on my craft, that's all that matters. So I don't know. I was grateful for lane 9 again, honestly.
It was really interesting to see the joy that you expressed, not just for yourself, but with other athletes from other countries. You gave Shericka a big hug. What does it mean to be out there and just be a part of that family now on the top most elite stage of the sport?
It feels like to be surrounded by great women, no matter, same country, differences, likeness, no matter what it is. To be surrounded by great women with great talent, it makes me pull out the best of myself. It makes me excited. I love women. I love womanhood, sisterhood. So the fact that I can celebrate these moments with other women that feel just as happy for me as I feel for them, it's amazing. And I just love me some Shericka, y'all.
All right, I'm going to steal a line from you. You are not back. You are better, and you are double medalist at these World Championships here in Budapest. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Peace, love, and light.
Well, Shericka, you go from the silver in the 100 on Monday night to now just dominating this 200. Can you just explain what it felt like to be so far ahead in the cross with that gold tonight?
Honestly, I wasn't even where I was that far. I just wanted, as I said, I think yesterday I run the curve a little bit conservative, and I think Coach Les like, look, I want the curve real hard. And I think I did pretty good tonight on the curve. I executed a good race tonight. 21:40, 41, I can't complain.
Can you help fans at home who watched you do this tonight understand what it's like to be in a zone like this at this moment of your career?
Honestly, it feels really good to know that I usually run the 400 and I step down to the 200 and doing so well. It's just I'm living testimony, you just can create history in your own lane at your own pace and never to give up.
Yeah. 21:34 from 1988, Flojo. Is that in your sights this season?
Definitely. I'm pretty close. As I said, I've always said, it's on the card. I'm just not like going in every race and like, I want to break the world record. Once I execute a good race, I definitely will get there. 21:41 tonight. I'm pretty close. And I have a couple 200 this season, so hope Coach and I can work on the weak points and maintain the strong points, and we definitely get there.
All right, Shericka, congratulations on a huge night tonight for you and Jamaica.
All right, thank you.